Hello, darlings. I'm Leeta from Leet Girl Gaming.
And I'm Rill from rillscorner.com.
We want to welcome you back today to our second episode of the Lands of Dahr. This is our creative Minecraft server.
In today's episode, we will be getting a ton done.
Yes, I am going to start building the hull of the spawn ship now that I have the area cleared out. And Rill is going to finish laying out the city and maybe get working on some other stuff as well. I will probably be doing most of this off camera because it's just a lot of mindless stuff, but I will be sure to include any shenanigans that we might come up with during our builds.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
No, there will be no shenanigans here.
Yes, yes,
Nope,
there will
nope.
be. Yes. Hide behind the grass.
All right, let's get to work.
Okay. Um, I have no idea where I'm at.
Oh, you need to go west.
Okay. Facing
Well, west and a
northeast,
little south.
west, southwest.
Yeah,
All right.
because we're kind of on the northeast.
Okay. It probably wasn't wise for me to come to you instead of you come to me.
Yeah, well,
Like
I
how
think we were at
far?
we were out there at like -50, and I don't know what the other chord is. Were you writing down chords when you were
Oh
filling
yeah,
stuff? That
I
could
guess I
help.
could just, follow those. Would be smart.
Yeah.
I've got all sorts of coordinates written down.
Yay, chords.
Okay.
All right.
This way.
So we last time we found a place for adventurers and for
Do
farmers.
this.
Let's find a place for everybody else.
Slash
I would
TP.
imagine that redstone peeps would want some
There we go.
flat areas. Flatter areas.
1, 200.
I don't know, maybe not. So maybe it would be better if we moved the
Hello.
adventurers over here.
There's our container we're going to build this ship in. Alright, so I just thought I'd pipe in here, show you guys a little bit of what I've done. You can see the hull of the ship is taking shape now. This back here is our rudder, which was that funny thing that you guys were probably looking at earlier going, what in the heck is going on down there? That's the rudder, and then you can see the hull of the ship taking shape. And all of this will be underwater up to the point of the sponge layer here. So, and then inside here, oh hi Rill, how are you doing? This is
Hello.
where it's going to start getting hollow in the ship. Up to this point, the whole rest of the ship is solid underneath there. So, but we're going to start making it hollow, and there will be stairs and columns and supports and then all kinds of cool stuff. So
Looking awesome. I brought you a present. Would you like a present?
yes, I want a present. You want a present? Oh, I got an apple. Apples!
I have been chopping down 1,000,000 trees.
Nom, 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 nom.
All of them.
Apples.
All right. Good job. I'm
All
going
of them.
back to chopping
Well, yeah,
trees.
you're chopping down trees so I can build my boat, right?
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
Yeah, exactly that. All right, see ya.
All right, I'm going to get back to building and I will talk at y'all later. All right. So just thought I would show you guys where I've gotten so far. It doesn't look like much still. Looks like just the bottom of a boat, right? But it's looking more like a boat. Okay, but you'll notice that it's got the top on it. Okay, this is the floor or the ceiling if we go down these lovely stairs. All right. So, and I just have it lit up with glowstone down here because I put the floor on and then I came down here and there were like 600 billion mobs down here. So the glowstone may or may not stay, but this is what the bottom level of the ship looks like. So
Somebody call for an exterminator?
that's right. Rill came out and helped me slay all the demons.
Slay all of them.
All of them. Oh, look, you even enchanted your sword. You're so
I totally did.
You're so funny. Like we're in creative mode and she has an enchanted sword.
Rawr.
Rawr. But yeah, so I mean, this place has turned out pretty cool, I think.
Looking good.
Getting there. I mean, we've got a long ways to go, but hey, we're above water level now, so I think I'm going to go ahead and remove the walls next, and then continue with the build. Remove the walls, fill up the water, and then, yeah. Right now, I actually think this actual spawn point, at least where I spawned, was like over here. So it's not going to be in the ship, but we'll change it. We'll move it so that you spawn in the ship. Because I think I spawned like over here when I spawned.
Yep. We can set the server spawn point somewhere actually on the ship.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good. Good stuff. Alrighty. Well, back to the work.
See ya. Yes. All right. So the last update I showed you, we had cleared this forest, or a good chunk of it anyway. And then this time around, we kind of flattened using fill commands this area here. So there used to be a couple islands right here, and now we have flattened them below the water line. And the reason we did that is because this is an area where we're going to have some of our docks. I'm thinking over here we'll have like a dry dock. So we'll empty it of water completely and have like a ship in progress.
You have scaly horses in the water.
Yes, one of the skeletons spawned. And when I got close to it, it spawned like... Hi, Bubby. It spawned the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and so I killed the skeletons, and then I switched it to peaceful mode because I was getting annoyed at mobs spawning every time I was trying to do something. So... Okay, so that's all flattened now. This is going to be our docks area. And let me show you up on the screen right now the map that I kind of created. Obviously, mad paint skills right here.
Mad paint skills.
So the red lines are just showing me where like buildings are going to be, where I was thinking the docks would be, and then all the black lines on this are showing where like roads are going to be, and then I've just kind of generically labeled each area according to maybe what we want to build there. So like there will be a central market there in the middle, you know, weapon shops and things like that, armor goods. I was just kind of basing it off of what villagers are currently available in the game. So, and then, you know, off in the uncleared area of the forest, I also want to put in a cathedral and then a future, like, guild market area for guild goods.
I get dibs on the cathedral.
Okay, you can do the cathedral. That's all good.
Okay.
All right. Let me show you where it's going to be at, since you don't have my map yet.
Okay.
Okay, so... Up and up and up and up and up. let's see, according to my map, it's going to be in this area right here, right below us. So
Directly
anywhere,
below where we're at.
yeah, anywhere
Oh,
in
right
this
there.
area.
Okay.
So
This.
feel free.
Okay. Well, I really should finish
Yeah,
my
ship
boat.
first, gosh.
I'm almost done with video 1 of 7, and it's
On
only
the
been
tutorial.
about, yeah, it's only been about what, 4 hours or so.
Right. Alright, so I'm going to start outlining the docks and getting that all figured out. And then I am also going to clear the weather.
Yes.
And then I'm also going to start kind of laying out the paths. I might just use cobblestone at first just to say this is where the paths go and make sure that it looks as good in game as it does on my little paint map. All right,
Yes.
we'll see you in a bit with
Perfect.
another update.
Alrighty.
Well, guys, welcome back. Got a little bit of a progress update for you. A little bit of one. I know it seems like we haven't done much in this episode, but we did a ton. We cleared a ton of trees, and we have now kind of laid out the basic roads that will run through our little town area. So, I might play around with what districts do what, but now that I've got the roads laid out, everything I think will start falling into place. We have these paths. I tried to make these paths like follow the terrain so that everything had a more natural flow to it. I might still, adjust them or move them as I play with the terrain a little bit as I do builds and things like that. But for the most part, I think we're going to stick with this layout. We want to have a market like square center right below this purple pillar. So kind of like all roads lead to here is what
I
we've got
like your
going on.
roads. They're
Thank
looking
you. They're
nice.
so lovely, aren't they?
Yes.
Cobblestone roads. And then this is what took the majority of my time next to chopping down trees,
Yeah. Look at
laying
that.
out the docks area. So over here we're going to have a dry dock. So this area is going to be emptied of water, and it's going to have some giant um, doors on this end so that they can let the water back in and let the boat out. And then some doors on this end because I thought it was cool how the water kind of flowed around here, and we can knock this out and let the water flow all the way around. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
could be like another way that they refill the dry dock when the ship is ready to launch again.
That's cool. I like that idea.
Yes, 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 yes. And then over here, I kind of laid out different docking areas for different size ships. Like, this is going to be pretty much the only dock, maybe we'll see, that you can do a big ship for. Yeah, you might be able to do some over there. We'll get over there. So these are some smaller docks for a little bit smaller to mid-sized ships. And then right here, I have all of the Minecraft boat size docks. I want to figure out the best way to dock the new boats in Minecraft. Is it easy? Is it hard? What's going to be a good way to help people easily get situated in our
Yes.
new town?
Without, like, falling under the water and
Exactly, exactly.
losing their boat. And
Losing their boat, having it going shooting off somewhere. Okay, so this little area right here is going to be like the harbor master's like tower, I guess, so that he can see over the harbor and keep an eye on what's going on. And then he's going to have his own ship docked right here, which is going to be a small one because um, harbor masters, what they do is any like big ships that are coming in, he hops in his boat, he goes out to that ship, and he drives the big ship in because he knows the harbor, he knows the currents.
uh-huh.
So
Excellent.
he's going to have his own little ship right here that he'll just, it doesn't need to be big, just a little small ship right here that he will take out to the big ships to bring them in.
Excellent.
There's also plenty of room out here for big ships to be anchored at. So if we wanted to build some more ships, a fleet of ships, you know, try our hand at different styles of ships and stuff. Out here, that would be the ideal place because it's nice and deep. Let me take a potion of night vision so you can see. It's nice and deep in this area. Okay, so on this side, this is kind of like another area where you can dock the big ships. I might extend some things, some piers out right here to have more ships able to dock here. And it's nice and deep too, which is ideal for
Big ships.
parking those big ships.
Yes.
So, and then I might do, I don't know, something over here because I'm going to fill in this part here. I'm going to connect that land with this land and fill it all in so that it's a nice kind of natural harbor. Shelters the ships from the big waves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then out there at that purple tower is where we're going to have a lighthouse.
Oh, yay. Lighthouse.
Because it's important for people to see, you know, don't come straight this way. You need to go around that way for the harbor, and don't go that way because you've got all these dangerous rocks and stuff poking up that you're going to crash up against.
It's going to get a little noisy on my end here. My husband just got home, so.
Okay. No worries. We're almost done. Okay. I wanted to make this part of the docks kind of skinny so that you could see the water on this side, so I'm not going to cover this side. And I do kind of like this waterfall. I might change it up a little bit just so that it's not starting like up here in the castle. But I like, you know, the idea of a water feature down here. And then we can kind of like close off these caves with stone bricks so that it looks like there's built-in castle-y parts here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know, overlooking the harbor.
All right.
So those are my thoughts. But unfortunately and very sadly, that is all we have time for in this episode today. So thank you very much for watching. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment if you've got any ideas of what we should do in our little town here. And don't forget to subscribe.
Yes. Subscribe. Leave comments. Whoa, don't fall in the water.
Fall off the docks.
It's not finished yet.
Yeah.
And
all right.
We'll
have a good day.
later. Bye, darlings.